Let's move on now and talk a little bit about finances. We're going to talk about cars.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that a lot on the show.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people have cars. So Mackenzie from Oakville says, what is a better option, buying or leasing a car?
Here's the question you need to ask yourself before you get my answer, and that is, are you a car person?
Yeah.
Because some people love their car, or they commute an hour and a half each way every day. They live in their car. Their car is a really big deal.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not a car person, and I don't spend much time in a car. So that's important because it's not a pleasurable thing. If you look at it strictly through the lens of the financials, leasing makes no sense, which I know may offend some people out there. Here's one simple reason why. If you lease a car, you hold it for about 4 years, which means you've got an average age of your car is 2.5 years old. If you buy and hold a car and hold it for 12 years, you drive it for 12 years, the average age of the car over that time is 6.5 years. So which do you think is more expensive? Owning a car that is 2.5 years old or owning a car that is 6.5 years old? It's just very simply that you're going to be spending less money over time to own from that perspective. Now, some people have their own business and there's tax write-offs and all that those kinds of things, but for a regular person, buy a car, ideally buy a car that's 4 years old because it's coming off lease, because someone else says a real thing about cars and they paid the big bucks. Buy a car that's 4 years old, so it's used, new to you, and drive it to year 12. So drive it for 8 to 10 years, as long as it's safe and still works.
It very rarely makes sense to buy a brand new car, does it?
It never really doesn't. It doesn't make financial sense, right?
Yeah.
We bought a brand new car. Why do we buy a brand new car? Because Dennis said, I want this one. Give me this one.
Just one.
I want one brand new car. And we did, and it's great, but of course now it's almost 4 years old, and you know, it's still just the car that we have.
Yeah, well, we're like that too. We're not really car people, but at some point we're gonna have to get a bigger car. We added a dog to the family.
Oh my God.
So, yeah. We need a bigger car.
We're going to talk about the personal finances of pets next.
I know. He's worth it. This is Gail from Vancouver. I know I should make up a budget. Are there any apps or programs that you would recommend to get me started?
So here's the one app that I've noticed that's new. It's called Good Budget. And what I love about it is it's the envelope system where you put money in an envelope. So it doesn't worry about things that are non-discretionary like your mortgage or your car payment. It's just what do you have control over in the day-to-day. And it's on your phone and you can say, oh, I'm going to budget $100 for lunch at the food court. And then as you eat at the food court, that number goes down and you've got limited left in that envelope, and you can switch things around. But it's a great little app. The thing that I would say, though, is anytime you do any budgeting, keep it simple, 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 simple. Because tracking for tracking's sake makes no sense.
Right, and you're not going to do it.
You're not going to do it.
Really good tips, my friend. Thanks for watching us today. We'll see you tomorrow on Cityline. Have a good one.